The federal government of Nigeria has announced that as from Tuesday, there will be a temporary ban on non-Nigerian passengers who have been to Brazil, India, and Turkey within 14 days of intended arrival into Nigeria. So there's a ban on passengers from Brazil, India, and Turkey starting from tomorrow, Tuesday. Secretary to the government of the Federation and chairman of the Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19, Boss Mustapha, disclosed this through a statement and threatened that any airline who failed to comply with the directive shall pay a mandatory penalty of $3,500. He also explained that the validity period of pre-boarding COVID-19 PCR tests for all Nigeria-bound passengers has been reduced from 96 hours to 72 hours. Henceforth, PCR test results older than 72 hours before departure shall no longer be accepted. According to him, the precautionary measures are a necessary step to minimize the risk of a surge in COVID-19 cases introduced to Nigeria from other countries while national response activities continues. The decision would be subjected to review after an initial period of 4 weeks. The government also advised members of the public to adhere to all COVID-19 preventive measures in place, including adherence to the national travel protocol, proper use of the face mask, regular hand washing, and physical distancing. All right, gentlemen, I guess this is not a surprise, really, banning passengers from India, Brazil, and Turkey, because of course we all know what's been going on, in other countries regarding COVID-19.
Yeah, well, Petra, my only worry is that we seem to be reacting. There are a few countries who, before now, had said anybody coming from India is not welcome in their country, and that even when you sneak your way in, you will be jailed. There's a difference between quarantine and sending you to jail. They took it very seriously. I am pained because in anything we do in this country, we seem to wait, for problems to arise before we begin to, do something. That's why I say we react. And then some of us, particularly me, I will now blame it on President Buhari's media handlers. PR and media handling is not just about damage control and management. It equally includes, but not limited to, preventing that damage from happening. So, in other words, they should have been able to anticipate, to say this is a major crisis. The world is a global village. We all know what is happening in every part of the world. When the one in India suddenly became very chaotic and terrible, all right, most countries immediately. So what did we do? Do we need to wait up till now to do that? So I have a problem with that. One of the things that we must equally do is to create this awareness, because Indians may sneak in here, and we have Indians who run most businesses.
Yeah, they have a large volume of business in Nigeria.
So they come in and go out. And taking into consideration the porous nature of our borders and all that, you cannot guarantee that these people will not sneak in. And when they come, our people are mostly their domestic staff, in their businesses and even in their homes. So there's a problem.
All right, Chief of Force.
I think, Patient, you remember that on this table, we usually, since the situation in Brazil and India got worse, and recently Turkey got bad, very bad, we on this table call for government to take a proactive actions by declaring that though passengers coming from those countries shouldn't be coming at this time. Now, it is better late than never. They've done it. They've not seemed to change. You remember what happened on February 27, the day we first recorded the first index case of the coronavirus.
2020.
2020, yes. It was on that day. It was after the Italian had sneaked in and brought in the virus, and that the government took a proactive action. In fact, it didn't, because from the media reports, the children of the dignitaries were still outside the country, so they were waiting for them to come in before the border is shut. So I keep asking myself, what is the essence of exposing the larger community, the larger society to this pandemic when you're supposed to have taken a proactive actions? Now, like I said, it is better late than never. They've done it. I hope, and I sincerely hope, that those at the airport, those at the border will be stricter in terms of enforcing these new directives from the presidential task force
steering committee.
Steering committee.
Yeah.
So I hope this will happen. And again, like we said, I don't know whether we are still looking for. Other countries have stopped asking for COVID-19 test report. What they are looking for is the vaccine certification. We need to move ahead from that point of testing to certification. Those who have been inoculated, let us begin to see if you have gotten your jab twice, then you are free to come in. Okay, you are maybe 98 or 90% protected. Okay, the rate at which you could transmit the virus may be also very low. So let us begin to move away from tests to those who have taken. We know, apart from Nigeria and a few other countries, we know other countries, including even India, that is ravaging by this virus, have taken their citizens have been inoculated. A large part of their citizens have taken this vaccination. So we should begin to look at it. And like what they also said, is that from what the PTA Presidential Task Force said, is that except if you are on transit, maybe you are coming from Qatar and you want to come to Nigeria, you make a stopover at Turkey, it will not affect you. The new guideline will not affect you.
Yeah.
But I keep saying,
if you're transiting,
because when you transit, you are not going to move from one plane just like a leaf from here to there. You have to come down from
interact
and
people to an extent.
I wonder what informed that decision.
Exactly, I saw it too, and I was wondering.
I wonder what informed that decision.
You know,
as if they said that the virus does not have its way into the airport. Is that what it meant? So if we should,
maybe the airport is a safe space.
It is not. It is not.
I get your argument.
It is not.
Yeah. You know what's happening, especially in India at the moment, is quite worrisome. So I'm not surprised. That the federal government is taking this stand on travelers or passengers.
No, I'm not surprised.
From that country.
Even the bigger problem, because it's not just to ban, to control this travel thing that we're talking about now. India used to be, and I'm sure still is, until this present COVID crisis that hit them, the health tourism destination of most Nigeria.
Exactly.
So there's going to be bigger problem. You're going to see some of these big men, falling ill suddenly, and we hope they survive them, because what they normally do is when it happens straight to India.
Yeah.
In any case,
but now with this restriction,
there's going to be trouble.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.